On December 11th, 2018, my wife Emily and I learned that we had lost her twin pregnancy at 14 and a half weeks. This, unfortunately, was Emily's fourth lost pregnancy over the last 2.5 years. In this video, I'm going to tell the story of what happened that day and the days that follow. Actually, I'm going to do it in multiple videos, which will be sent out separately because the story of what happened is a lot longer and was a lot more difficult to experience than either of us had hoped. But in this first video, I'm going to provide a little background about our journey. I'm going to talk about why we were apprehensive throughout this pregnancy, why we were especially terrified of having twins, and why one of the most joyful days of the year for us might not be quite as joyful going forward. Given what we had been through in the past, it only made sense that we were going to be more on edge with this pregnancy. To that point, we had endured 3 pregnancy losses. The first happened in September 2016 at 11 weeks. The second happened in March 2017 at just shy of 7 weeks. And it was the third loss, which happened in April 2018, which I feel was a real turning point. We found out about that loss when we went in for Emily's 20-week anatomy scan, and it was discovered that our baby had been the victim of a lethal genetic abnormality. It was an abnormality that occurs in 1 in 35,000 pregnancies, and it was completely unrelated to the issue that had caused the first 2 losses. Something had simply gone wrong at conception. It was just bad luck. Once that happened, I had this real fear of anything could happen because anything had happened. So that was something that I was going to inevitably carry forward into any future pregnancies. That fear was only heightened when we learned that we were having twins, that the embryo had split and we were having identical twins. Emily was seeing a maternal fetal medicine specialist. He was upfront with us right from the start. He explained that the type of twins that we were having, they're called modi twins, meaning they each have their own amniotic sac, but they share a placenta, just come with a lot of potential complications. The twins are connected in certain ways. Things can get out of whack with the blood flow, and there can be growth disparities and a whole lot of scary stuff. There's just more that can go wrong. Once we heard all of that, we wanted to be as vigilant and as proactive as possible. So we decided that Emily would see somebody once a week. It didn't matter if it was a specialist or her OB, we just wanted her checked. So we started making a bunch of appointments to just get a plan in place. One of the appointments was scheduled for December 11th. This made me nervous because December 11th is the anniversary of our first date. It's the anniversary of when Emily and I met for the first time, and it's something we celebrate each year. It just so happens that 2018 was the 10-year anniversary of our first date. I had the thought in the back of my mind of, what if something goes wrong at that appointment? Our anniversary is going to be tainted forever. But that's just something you kind of have to deal with and put out of your mind and move forward. The appointments each week were going well. At Emily's 12-week appointment, I think she was actually about 12 and a half weeks. Everything checked out completely fine. In fact, I remember the doctor telling us everything is real normal. Due to some different scheduling conflicts, Emily was not able to be seen at 13 weeks. The 14-week appointment was the December 11th appointment. Sure enough, on the night of December 10th, I woke up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and Emily wasn't in bed. She was apparently really stressed. In hindsight, it was probably mother's intuition, but she'd been unable to sleep, so she had gotten up and gone downstairs and tried to just rest on the couch. So when we went into the doctor's office, on December 11th, I think we were a little on edge. But as we were sitting in the waiting room, Emily actually got really nauseous. So much so that she had to run to the bathroom and throw up. And I think this helped us relax some because she was super nauseous. She was throwing up. That is the quintessential pregnancy symptom. And here she was having it. They called us back and we went into the exam room. We were laughing and joking and ready to see the twins. But still, you can't help but feel a little uneasy when they start the ultrasound.